Hello there everybody, this is Steve here with another video. So this video is going to be like basically a reaction video, I guess, that sort of thing, or I guess review. I don't really think I would really call it a review, but I would guess just basically I guess it is a reaction video. So this is going to be about the 2025-2026 Baltimore Ravens schedule. It was just released today. I was at the Baltimore Orioles games today. That we had two of them. We had a doubleheader and lost both of them. Go figure. I mean, it's Minnesota, and we've already played them and we got swept by them, and good possibility we could get swept tomorrow. But hopefully that isn't the case, and it winds up being a much better result by us winning, hopefully. But anyway, so getting into this, there's two games for the preseason. One has us facing the Colts on August 7th at 7 p.m. at M&T Bank Stadium. Then the next one is August 16th. August 16th against the Cowboys, and where the Cowboys play in Dallas, I guess, at 7 o'clock. Now, for the season games, and pretty much this is how it has been released. Now, some of these would probably changed over, like maybe because of time constraints or something or whatever, but this is how it's pretty much released. So the first game of the season, the Ravens open up on the road against the Buffalo Bills. So, yeah, just like how the Ravens faced off against them in that game, of course, the divisional round. I mean, two straight seasons where we lost the division. First one was against the Chiefs, and now this one against the Bills. And of course, if we had beaten the Bills that year, we would have faced either the Kansas City Chiefs or, well, excuse me, we would have actually faced the Chiefs in Kansas City, and the winner would have went to the Super Bowl, of course. But I'm glad, we did not win, and the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl to the Eagles. So, yep, it wound up being a really, really good Super Bowl. But of course, people got pissed off because of the way the Philadelphia Eagle fans acted, the way they tore up the town and stuff, But I thought they had done that before, like years ago when they beat the Patriots, like in 2018 or 19. One of them years, I think it was 18. I can't remember, 20. I don't think it was 20 or 21. I can't remember. So anyway, not really too sure about that. I mean, that actually sounds not too bad. The problem is we face them in Buffalo, and it's at 8:20, and it's on Sunday Night Football. So I know some people are probably looking forward to that, and of course this is on September 7th. Now, and of course, people that are probably asking me, what do I think about the Ravens releasing Justin Tucker? Well, I'm just going to be honest. I'm not too thrilled about it because I think they don't have any proof, of what, of all this crap going on. And I don't think that Justin Tucker is guilty. I think he is not guilty and he didn't do any of this stuff. I just think it's just people, trying to do all this stuff, all these girls, trying to get attention and get money. Again, I don't think that it is true 100%. So they wound up drafting a new kicker in the NFL draft, and I don't remember his name. I mean, I just think they did the wrong thing by doing that to Justin Tucker, and of course, everybody's all upset about it and disappointed. Some are happy, unfortunately, but that's their opinions because they think Justin Tucker is guilty. But again, they'll probably get more information, but again, I do not think it's true. So, anyway, the next one will be the Ravens at home against the Cleveland Browns. And of course, could it be Joe Flacco facing them? It probably will not because Flacco has signed with the Cleveland Browns along with a few other people on the roster too. And again, I just don't think it would be Joe Flacco because of the fact that he is in his late 30s, something like that. And I just don't see him like starting every game, even though he did all right with the Colts, and I thought he should have been playing more than the quarterback Anthony Richardson, I think, but I don't think that's going to be the case in Cleveland. But I really hope he does well. I still am a huge Joe Flacco fan, and I know everybody loves Lamar Jackson more because of what he's doing, but I still I still like Joe Cole. Yeah. The next one we have is another home game for the Ravens, and it's against the Detroit Lions, and it's at 8:15, and it looks like it's a Monday Night Football game. It does not say what day, though. I mean, if I maybe click on it, it might say what day, and it does not. Well, I just like pretty much Googled this to see like what teams they play and stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's Monday Night Football. That should be a pretty good matchup because of the fact that the Lions, are a very good team, and I definitely see the Lions winning a Super Bowl the way they've been playing and stuff. And the Lions have never won the Super Bowl, which is very, very crazy. It is. But I still think it still should be a really good game between Lamar Jackson. I think it's Jared Goff, the quarterback for the Lions. Then we face the unfortunate, overrated Chiefs on September 28th at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time. I guess because they probably have games going on at 1 o'clock and all that stuff. And usually they have like the later games like at 4 o'clock. They're like on the West Coast. Well, the Chiefs don't play on the West Coast. They're in Kansas City, of course. And yeah, hopefully the Ravens, get a victory over them. I'm sick and tired of facing the Chiefs. And then there's another team that we face too that I'm getting sick and tired of facing. But yeah, we lost the first game of the season last year where the Chiefs beat us 27-20, and of course it would have been nice if we had beaten them back in 2024 in the conference game where stupid, the damn guy Travis Kelce and the other guy like took Justin Tucker's stuff, moved it out of the way in a very rude and stupid way. Yeah, I mean, we try to get our revenge, by beating them, but we lost 17-10, and then we faced them for the first game of the season in 2024 in September, and they beat us, unfortunately, again. And of course, the overrated Taylor Swift in the audience, cheering and cheering and all that bullshit. Let's move on. For people start saying stuff about her, and I don't want to hear it. So hopefully, again, we get a win over them. I wish we would destroy them like the way they got destroyed in the Super Bowl. Then we face the Texans at home at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on October 5th, and I think we did face the Texans. I thought that we did, maybe in the season. Well, we would have faced them in the wild card, but we faced the Steelers and we beat them 28-14. But the season, I don't think we did face the Texans. I don't see it on here. Yeah, we didn't. We did. Okay, and we beat them 31-2. Okay, it was on Christmas. Okay, don't even remember that game, unfortunately. I mean, but I'm more of a baseball person, when it comes to these kind of sports and stuff, because again, I played baseball more than football. I played a little bit of basketball as well too. But anyway, the Texans will definitely look for their revenge, and I think the Ravens, will give them a good fight as well, like they usually do. And also, before I begin the rest of the video for the rest of the schedule, the Ravens wound up signing Derrick Henry, the running back, to a 2-year contract. So a couple more years for him in Baltimore, which a lot of people are pretty excited about. They announced it at the Orioles game. Well, the guy, Mr. Splash, who like sprays the people in the crowd and stuff, with his hose and a little little water gun, where you like pull the thing and like sprays water out. Yeah, he was really awesome. But he wound up announcing, a lot of people, started applauding and stuff. But again, I'm focused on baseball more. Anywho, then we have the Ravens against the Rams at home. This will be on October 12th. And then we have another home game against the Chicago Bears on October 26th. Seems though there's going to be a break from that because I think that will be the Ravens' bye week. So around October 19th, they will have a bye week. And then October 26th, they face the Bears. Yeah, again, at home. We get to host 3 straight home games, which is pretty crazy. I mean, but I like that. I like us hosting, more home games, Then here's the matchup I was talking about that I'm getting sick and tired of us facing. That's the Miami Dolphins. And we face the Miami Dolphins on October 30th, which is a 4-day thing, and it's Thursday night football, which I really don't care about a lot of times. I don't think there should be no more Thursday night football because, again, there are teams that have just played on Sunday and then they're off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Well, Tuesday and Wednesday, I think they got to start practicing, which is really stupid again. Some may like, Thursday night football, but I, for one, do not. I think it should just be football on Saturday, or excuse me, Sunday and Monday. That's it. And of course, the last time we faced the Dolphins, we destroyed them by the final score. Well, was it? It wasn't last season, was it? I think it was the season before. Yeah, December 31st, 2023. We destroyed them, 56-19, and the rest of them. I don't think we faced the Dolphins. Last year, I don't think we did in 2024, and I'm looking at it and no, I don't see it. Yeah, we did the last time in the one season. That was at home, of course. I mean, yeah. I remember we faced them a while ago, and one of them linebackers, I think, for the Dolphins, like, got really, really mad. He did like a cheap shot on one of our players, and he wound up like getting thrown out of the game and suspended, I think, or something like that. I can't really remember, but yeah, I remember that. But it is in Miami, of course, and not really too thrilled about it being there. And then after that, on October 9th, the Ravens face the Vikings in Minnesota. That should be a pretty good game. And then the Ravens go to Cleveland to face the Browns at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time, and that's 3 straight road games. Yep. And then we get to host 3 more home games. On November 23rd, the Ravens will host the New York Jets. Then November 27th, which is, as a matter of fact, Thanksgiving, the Ravens will face the Cincinnati Bengals November 27th at 8:20 p.m., which will be like the third football game of the night because there's usually 3 football games on Thanksgiving. Like, usually it's the Packers, the Giants and Cowboys, I think, and Lions. But this time, we have the Ravens and Bengals in it, which is really, really awesome. So, yeah. Then, we already read that one. I was about to read something I already read. Then, December 7th, the Ravens will host the Pittsburgh Steelers at home. Yep, once again, 3 straight home games that we get to do. Then, December 14th, the Ravens will face the Bengals in Cincinnati. The Ravens will host the Patriots at home on December 21st. The Ravens will not play on Christmas this year, which I'm really glad about because I really didn't like the fact of football teams, playing on Christmas a lot of times. Christmas, you're supposed to be with your families, and same thing with Thanksgiving. But that's the way it is when they write up the schedule. And then the Ravens will face the Packers December 27th in Green Bay. And January 4th, 2026, the Ravens will face the Steelers in Pittsburgh for the final game of the 2025-2026 season. And there you go. So I gotta be honest, I mean, it's actually not bad, I like the fact of us hosting like 3 straight home games, like the one with the Ravens hosting the Texans, the Rams, and the Bears. Don't like the fact of us facing the Dolphins again, as we've been doing this for a while. I mean, Ravens and Vikings sounds like a really good game. Don't remember the last time we faced them, probably been a while. Pretty sure we did not face them in last year of the season. I really don't think we did. Yeah, it doesn't look like that we did. I mean, we faced the Broncos last year, the Buccaneers, and the Cowboys. Like 3 teams that we're not playing this year, but we are facing the Cowboys in the preseason game, just not at home or on the road. And the Eagles we faced, the Giants, and the Chargers. We beat the Chargers, and of course the coach of them is Jim Harbaugh. the brother of John Harbaugh, and we beat the Giants. The Eagles beat us 24-19. And the Texans we get to face again, and the of course Steelers, Browns, and Bengals. They're part of the AFC North. That's why we have to face them. Unlike the AFC North, how it used to be, where we had I think the Jaguars and I want to say the Titans were in the division or something like that. And I think the Ravens used to be in the AFC East before it became the AFC North, something like that, because teams used to be different, back in the day. And of course, the Commanders we don't get to face, or AKA the Redskins, but that's not really what they're called anymore. Just like how the Cleveland Guardians are still the Cleveland Indians, to me. But anywho, yeah, the Thanksgiving game should be a really good one too, and the Ravens against the Steelers is always a great game, but it's always great if the Ravens win, of course. And the Patriots, if they had Tom Brady, that would be a good matchup too, but he's doing commentary on Fox now, and honestly, he's doing a pretty good job. I do like Tom Brady as a commentator. I know people probably sit there and disagree and say, no, he's not all that great. Well, some don't like Tony Romo, but I think he does a pretty good job. And a few others, as well, too. But I still think Tom Brady's doing a good job. And the Packers, I like to do classic matchups, like I would probably put this as Joe Flacco against Brett Favre, probably. You could probably swap Aaron Rodgers for Brett Favre, but I think I kind of like it as Joe Flacco and Brett Favre. Or if not, plan B would probably be Lamar Jackson and Aaron Rodgers. But yeah, and like I said, I'm still a big fan of Joe Flacco. I know a lot of people are not still, but I still see people rooting for Joe Flacco, and I really hope he does well. Okay, and but like I said, I think it's a pretty good schedule. Just some teams on there I don't like us playing. We've done well against the Chicago Bears. We do face them. And the Rams, we faced them a couple of times. And the Chiefs, I really hope we get our revenge and get a win, or maybe shut them out. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. But destroy them, win by at least over 24 points or something, which would be great. And the Bills, facing them, the Bills are a great team. I think they're going to win a Super Bowl pretty soon. And the Cowboys, well, we just faced them in the preseason. And the Lions, like I said, I think the Lions are going to win a Super Bowl one day. Because, again, they never won a Super Bowl, which is crazy. But, yeah. But if you have a prediction about this schedule, or if you want to say anything about it, you're welcome to say something about it. And, yeah, there should be some really good games. They really should. And I think that's pretty much about it. So, just wanted to do this video for everybody just to give my opinions about this. So that's pretty much it. So once again, like I said, pretty good schedule. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up now. Hope everybody enjoyed this. As always, like the video, comment, no negative stuff. Subscribe, hit the bell as well to not miss out on the video. And it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. And you all take care, and thanks again for watching this video.